Welcome back to Bazooka Kickboxing, and today's episode is going to be slightly different. I'm not going to give you an exact technique to work. Instead, I'm going to give you 3 different drills you can do to warm up for your sparring. You don't want to go into your sparring all cold. You got to work your timing. You got to work your defense. So these 3 drills are going to help you be prepared with your timing, your defense, and your attacking. So the 3 are going to be zombie drills, combo backs, and punches versus kicks. What do those mean? You're gonna find out right now. Warm-up sparring drill 1 is gonna be what I call combo back and forth. And as a coach, you can pick any combination, but the most logical, easiest combination is the 1-2-3 low kick. And now this drill is gonna do a few things. What it's gonna do is it's gonna warm up Tariq because he's gonna use his punches to get his combinations going. But for me, it's gonna work my defense, and I'm gonna play with my different defenses. So what are the different ones? Go back and watch them. I did a whole defensive series on it. So 1-2-3, low kick, and you're gonna be able to block the kick, block everything, or slip out. All right, so you can do it in 2 ways. You can have one person just throw the jab, cross, hook, kick, or you can do alternating back and forth. Because of the time for the video, we're just gonna go back and forth. Tariq's gonna start. So I might start blocking with a parry first. I come back. I might use my shell and block, okay? And I just want you to vary different types of defense to be able to block. And it's just a warm-up. It doesn't matter how I block. Doesn't matter. I might even block, block, block. I might slip out and come out and create different angles. Okay, Tariq's changing rhythm. You can do that as well. And time. Drill number 2 is what I call my zombie drill. And the zombie drill can be used in different ways. The way we're gonna use it today is the zombie is gonna be able to move in different directions. He might be a pressure fighter. The zombie might be a fighter who likes to go backwards. He might fight laterally. So the person being the zombie can change their style, and their opponent has to react. And you can react in different ways. If I'm approaching a fight and I know I need to be a better pressure fighter, I might fight the zombie as a pressure fighter. My coach could also change and yell in the background, pressure fight, fight on the outside, use your shift, use the hand frames. You can control your fighter with the zombie in many different ways. So I'm just gonna flow different ways, and I'll try to talk as we go. So from here, I can move. He's pressuring. I'm using my hand frames and strikes, stance switching. Okay, using my kicks. I might want to fight him in here, okay? And all I'm doing is creating different offense and angles. Now I'm pressuring. I'm gonna move outside. I'm gonna play long. My coach all of a sudden yells, inside fight. Okay, now I'm fighting long, using my shifts. Can mix in my clinch as well. I can also use a volume approach. Stay lots of volume, get the volume off the guard. I might do kick approach. With knees. So as a coach, play the different styles. Tariq's turn. The last sparring drill warm-up is going to be my favorite, which is punches versus kicks. Too many times do we see punches versus punches, and that's where fights get dangerous, when you stay in mid-range. I'm a big believer in blocking the punches with my head and attacking the area that's open. So what I call my shield and sword. So Tariq's going to be the puncher, I'm going to be the kicker, and you could adjust, switch when you want. Have fun with the concept. Okay, and like I've talked in my last videos, you can play low kick games where every time he jabs, I take the low kick. Boom, boom. I can play every time he throws my right hand, I'm looking for the timing of my left kick. I can play front kicks to keep him along, okay? So play around with the different concepts. As your coach, your style, you can do anything you want. So play around it. Bazooka style really looks and focuses on the jab. I take the low kick on the right hand, I take the left kick. That's the base, and a lot of good front kicks. So if you're fighting someone who's pressuring a lot with boxing, you need to use the front kicks. What happens if all my kicks are round, it's easy for the pressure fighter and the boxer to push in. But after kicks, I can mix in front kicks, boom, it keeps him at bay. All right, so punches versus kicks, watch this flow. Okay, very light. Sometimes I might just sit in range, block the punches on my head. Okay, mid-range, boom, use my crash. But the key is when you're doing punches versus kicks, is forcing me to work my timing, work my eyes, and work my defense. You can work nice and light, or you can work a little bit more aggressively. Switch. In order to improve your sparring, you have to warm up properly. You want to practice drills that'll help you in sparring. Too many times we go and either we just hit pads. Hitting pads is good. It's a good way to warm up your offense, but what about the defense? What about your movement? What about your footwork? What about the strategy? And this is a perfect time in this warm up to work how and what you're going to bring in your sparring. If I'm fighting a movement fighter, I'm going to work my pressure on these types of drills. If I'm fighting a pressure fighter, I'm going to use my hand traps, my shuffle steps, my angles, my lateral movement. I'm going to play around with that. So use these drills to warm up your timing, warm up your defense and your offense, and this way when you go into that ring, all your training partners will know that you're ready to go. So if you like these videos, make sure you keep liking, keep subscribing, and keep sharing with your friends. Without you guys sharing, the channel won't grow and I will stop making videos. So share, this way I can keep them going. If you're liking all the gear that I'm wearing in these videos, all you have to do is head over to bazookasquad.com to pick up your own. It helps support the channel and it helps support the Bazooka brand. So thanks everyone for the continued support, and we'll see you next week.